A couple of months ago, I reviewed the cult classic sci fi 90s flick known as Species, which eventually did pretty well. It yielded a sequel that was released, but is it really that bad? Well, not quite. I will be able to defend this one even though I've only seen it one time. Here's my review of Species 2. Big T's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to as the Big D. Go ahead and tell you. This time around, I bring to you a review of the 1998 sci fi horror thriller flick Species 2, released by MGM, directed by Peter Medic. This is the sequel to the 1995 film Species and second installment, and the last one to be released theatrically. Anyway, Michael Madsen, Natasha Henstridge, and Marg Helgenberger return in their respective roles from the first film, along with Mykelti Williamson, George Dzundza, James Cromwell, and Justin Lazard. Now, the plot features the astronaut son of a senator being infected by an extraterrestrial organism during a mission to Mars and causing the deaths of many women upon his return. To stop him, the scientists who created the human extraterrestrial hybrid Syl in the original try using a more docile clone of hers known as Eve. The film was released on April 10th, 1998. Unfortunately, unlike its predecessor, it really got dissed big time at critics and it bombed at the box office. If you haven't seen my review of Species, click on that card and it'll take you to the vid in case you might have missed it or if you want to see it again. I will give the whole story, but I'll give you the warning though later on, alright? Good, let's get started. While participating in a human mission to Mars, astronauts led by Commander Patrick Ross and Sampis and Dennis Gamble collect soil samples. While returning to Earth, the soil thaws and releases an alien substance that contaminates them and causes a brief contact gap with mission control. The trio return to Earth to public celebration, but an institutionalized former scientist, Dr. Cromwell, reacts to their return with violent panic. They are examined and quarantined to prevent them from engaging in sexual activity for 10 days. However, Ross ignores this and has sex with two women. To his horror, the pair undergo accelerated pregnancies and die giving birth to human alien, half human, half alien hybrids, which he hides in his father's remote shed. Meanwhile, under military supervision, scientists led by Dr. Laura Baker have created a more docile clone of Syl named Eve in an effort to understand the alien life form and prepare for defense should it ever arrive on Earth. While in isolation and undergoing tests, Eve shows signs of great physiological excitement every time Patrick has sex. At the Space Center, Patrick sneaks into the lab and kills Dr. Orensky, who is trying to contact Dr. Cromwell about the astronauts' blood samples. Analysis of the corpse reveals the presence of alien DNA similar to yet distinct from Eve, excuse me. I misread that. Baker reunites with former colleague Preston Lennox, for short, to contain the new threat and contact Cromwell, who reveals Mars was rendered uninhabitable by an alien species. He was institutionalized to silence his opposition to the Mars mission, and Orensky tried to call him to confirm his fears. Press and Laura find Sampras as she has sex with her ex-husband. Well, no, I'm misreading that again. Sorry, but my bad, folks. As she has sex with her husband, only to suddenly become impregnated with an alien newborn, which kills the couple before Press and Baker kill it in turn. After government agents determine Gamble was not infected, the latter joins Baker and Press in their mission. Concurrently, Ross awakens to find his fiancee Melissa dead, having given birth to another hybrid. Horrified, he commits suicide, but his alien DNA fully takes over and regenerates his body before going on a killing spree to produce more offspring. Now you better stop this video right now. I'm going to count down by 5 seconds. So if you've seen this movie already, please continue. But if you haven't, stop this video right now. And fast forward. Okay, you've been warned. The scientists activate Eve's alien DNA so she can telepathically track Ross. Picking up on this, he gives himself up to press and gamble to infiltrate the lab and reach Eve as she goes into heat. However, he is chased out by Laura, Gamble, and Press. That night, Ross commands his offspring to form a cocoon so they can reach their adult stages and repeat the cycle on a global scale. After Baker discovers Gamble resisted infection because of his sickle cell trait, she plans to kill Ross with Gamble's DNA as the alien lacks immunity to human genetic diseases. As Eve escapes to find him, the team track her to Ross's nest where she and Ross mate until they are interrupted by Press. The team kills most of Ross's offspring. Baker begs Eve to help them, which she does, but a betrayed Ross seemingly kills her. Press uses a pitchfork to draw Gamble's blood and use it on Ross, killing him. While the military arrive to escort the team away, Eve is loaded into an ambulance where she's joined by Ross's remaining offspring while her wound rapidly swells. The screen then goes black, leading to the events of the third film, which would be made for TV. End of story for realsies. Or is it? Hmm. So what did I think of Species 2? Well, I am gonna say I thought it was pretty good and what have you. I don't care what they said about it. I actually did like it almost as much as the first one. I mean, with them having Natasha Henstridge back, I think it was really something. She's really good in this as Eve. I'll get to the rest of the cast in a little bit. But even so, I really did enjoy it. It did a it was pretty good. The film received much worse reviews than its predecessor, having just a mere 9% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying clumsily exploitative and sloppily assembled, this film fails to clear the rather low bar set by its less than stellar predecessor. Metacritic has a mere 19%. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave it a C, and it was nominated for Worst Sequel at the Stinkers Bad Movie Awards, but it lost to I Still Know What You Did last summer. The film bombed at the box office, failing to make $19 million on its $35 million budget. Despite this, they managed to do a third film, but it wouldn't get released for another 6 years as it was made for TV, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm going to though. Now, actually, McFarlane Toys released an Eve and Patrick action figures, part of their inaugural series of movie Maniacs action figures, to coincide with the film. Both of these came with a replica of the film's poster with skull and bone space. Eve came with an alternate head, and two Eve action figures were produced, which was dubbed the PG and R rated version. Yeah, can you believe that? I couldn't. Anyway, Michael Madsen was displeased with the film, according to a statement in an interview the same year the third film premiered. While in the DVD commentary, director Peter Mick praised the film's special effects and expressed his opinion that audiences had too much expectation as this was a very different sequel due to not continuing from the story with the alien infected rat that survived the finale. Yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a downside, which hinted at a sequel in the 1995 original. And Meg also admitted being uncomfortable with the amount of nudity in the film, but say it was for the purpose of the story. I understand, yeah, you'll get a little bit more than what you got from the previous film. It does have a pretty good score from Edward Schirmer, which I thought was pretty good. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, Species 2 can be a hit or miss, but I still thought it was pretty good, despite its failure. Aside from Natasha Henstridge, Michael Madsen returns as Press and Marg Helgenberger returned as Dr. Baker. Both of them were still pretty good. James Cromwell played U.S. Senator Judson Ross. I will say he was pretty good. Mykelti Williamson, yes, this was just a few years after he played Bubba in Forrest Gump, played Dennis Gamble. I'm going to say he was pretty good. Richard Belzer played the U.S. President. Yes, may he rest in peace, because we lost him a couple of years ago. Of course, he was seemed to be big on the Law and Order franchise and was also on Homicide: Life on the Street. Patrick Ross is played by Justin Lazard, uh, who the following year would appear in Universal Soldier: The Return, another sequel that bombed at the box office. Now, I will say he was pretty good. And there's Sarah Winter as Melissa, George Dzundza as Colonel Carl Burgess Jr., and many others. There's also an uncredited Pierre Boyle as Dr. Cromwell. So the cast isn't too bad, but overall, Species 2 is a pretty underrated sequel, and it's a shame it bombed though, but I still enjoy it almost as much as the first one. So I would recommend you give this film a one-time watch. I mean, I did like it for its, well, freakiness with the alien human hybrids that pop out. Yeah, well, that's even more creepier than the chest bursters from Alien in a way. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say about this. What did you think of Species 2? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, be a part of the Big D Nation, continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. Next time will be my Saturday morning TV log on the animated Journey to the Center of the Earth. So if you like this, consider checking out my reviews for some of these other films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review for a much more well-received sequel to a sci-fi horror flick, and that was Aliens from 1986. Or if you like another film that didn't quite do as high as its predecessor, check out my review of Predator 2 from 1990 in the upper right-hand corner. Or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my recent review of Universal Soldier: The Return. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.